All right, welcome back, guys. There was so much going on. But
Yeah.
She's the lady behind Trace.
There we go, Don. I'll bring my wallet.
my book, you've done more than enough. Thank you very much, my brother. Enjoy the
I'll
show.
be seeing you,
You
brother.
also helped.
I'ma see you
also
later.
took part in helping.
The funny thing is, so I get back to where we were, and Nomadic is like, "Why are you getting lymphatic tabs to media pass?" I'm like, "Hey, man."
What any thing is, you see, sometimes certain things can happen for people. When we're talking media passes and stuff like that, these are certain things that don't happen for just anyone.
I was like, okay.
I had no idea. I was watching Keenan the whole time, and then Dot is like, so I'm like, what? And he's like, what? And the man is right there. I'm like, wait, when did this happen now?
All right, welcome back, guys. We are talking Back to the City. We're talking the Hennessy Back to the City Festival.
Yeah.
I have to say it right every time. Yes.
The biggest festival in Africa.
Yeah.
The biggest hip hop festival in Africa.
Yeah. And we're just sharing about our experiences and basically just a wrap up of the entire experience. And I just wanted us to talk about how you felt you were handled by the BTTC team when you got there. And of course, we'll segue into the experience of everything else, right? Because I mean, we went there primarily to watch the performances, right? But there was a lot more happening. You know, actually, there's some things I didn't even get to see. Because there was so much going on. But I'm sure there's some things that stood out. I think on this one, I will go first because I think there was a lot going on in terms of just making sure that things were in order. So what we did differently, Chubb and I, is first and foremost, we made sure that we were good in terms of our tickets. Because we felt like that's also, it's just support. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're supporting a venture like that, the biggest form of support, apart from being there physically, is also the financial support. So initially, of course, we had wanted to get like a nice VVIP package. But eventually the guys that we were there with, were trying to do that with, kind of like had other commitments. So we fell back to getting VIP tickets, which was the next best thing. And of course, on my side, what I did was I tried to see if I could get some media passes, and I was promised some. But when we got to the venue, and first and foremost is, and again, back to the last topic, get there early. I was very, very happy when we got there. Banizas was already there.
I was already
and we saw her, we're like, oh, there she is. You know?
By the Brenda Fassie.
Exactly. And I was so happy. I'm like, cool.
I was so fascinated.
That's one less person to worry about. You know? So but we got to the entrance, and because we were there early, the guys who received us were able to listen to us. And we were able to strategize as to how we're going to approach them with our query. Because initially my plan was to say, yo, listen, I got a ticket, but I need a media pass. But Chubb was like, nah, hold up. Fall back on the ticket, just talk about the media pass. Which was actually the right thing to do. Because then what happened was I was given the number to the right person to talk to. I spoke to her. She was very, very helpful. And after a little back and forth, sending and please, guys, Tracy's amazing. Flowers to you, Tracy. You are,
Tracy.
and she's still winning. She said she sent me some stuff just today, so she's still doing the most.
She's the lady behind Trace. No, I'm kidding.
There we go, Dot. I'll drink my water now.
So anyway, you know, we spoke on the phone. She was like, yeah, no. And guys, if you want to be helped, help the person help you. You know, because luckily I have my phone, which had the email chain where we had the exchange about the media passes. So she was just like, listen, I don't have access to my email right now. So if you could please just screenshot that email and send it to me, which I did. And that really assisted in her just making the final decision and ensuring that we got our passes. So really, I was very happy with their team, with the amount of people that had to go through that entrance. And for them to just take the time and listen to every single person. And not only listen, but also action. Because I guess it's one thing to listen, but it's one thing to listen and actually say, okay, we're going to make a plan and actually make a plan. Like, I'll finish up by telling you a funny story. So, as I'm going to get the passes, I bump into Emphatic Tabs, right? And he's just in the cut, just chilling. And I'm like, dude, why are you here? Should you be inside? He's like, hey man, I just came and I'm being told things about passes and tickets and I don't know.
Was he doing it? Can you do the voice?
No, I don't want to do disrespect to the man. He was doing the thing, though. He was doing the thing, bro.
Voice, man.
Yo,
I think you went past me.
Yeah. I was starstruck. I'm just like, he's like, yeah, man. So I don't know. So I take him to the lady who was in the front, the yellow, and I'm like, do you know who this is? She's like, no. And I'm like, okay, that's not gonna help. So I tell him, I'm like, listen, I don't have my phone on me. I just came to collect these passes, which I have to take back to my homie. Let me go grab my phone, then I'll come back and I'll make the right phone call. And I'm sure, I mean, they know they gotta know who you are. I'm sure they'll make a plan. So go grab my phone. Actually, no. On the way to grab the phone, who do I bump into? Tracy. How did I know it was Tracy? Because I was saving her number and then saved it to WhatsApp and then a
profile picture.
Yeah. So she was shocked. She's like, how do you know who I am? I'm like, don't worry about it. We have a bigger problem. She's like, but did you get your passes? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. But do you know Emphatic Tabs? She's like, no, I've heard about him. I'm like, yeah, he's by the entrance.
He
doesn't have his passes. Yeah. Like, I don't know what you can do. She's like, you know what? Let's go. I'll figure it out. So go back to the entrance and, he tells her, he's like, yo, someone said I could come, but, now they're not picking up the phone. I don't know what to do. She's like, okay, just give me 5 minutes. And in almost exactly 5 minutes, the man had his pass.
Nice.
Right?
Nice.
And then, of course...
There we go.
True
rap phone.
True rap phone.
Yeah, let's go.
He's like, yeah, so... This is my homie, right? Who carries my stuff.
There's always a homie.
There's always somebody.
You put a nigga on.
There'll always be somebody.
Always a homie.
I looked at Tracy, I was like, listen, don't worry about it.
Hey.
You did your part. You got the man his pass.
Yeah.
The rest
Go
is
about
not
your
up
business.
to you.
Yeah.
Like, you're good. In my book, you've done more than enough. Thank you very much. My brother, enjoy the show.
You also help.
I'm going to see you later.
And help you.
The funny thing is, so I get back to where we were. And Nomadic is like, why are you getting Emphatic Tabs to be your pass? I'm like, hey man, I knew who to talk to, so it's only right that,
I remember that conversation.
Sorry, quick. I don't know if you call it a note or what.
Side note.
Yeah. What Eddie thing is, you see, sometimes certain things can happen for people. When we're talking media passes and stuff like that, these are certain things that don't happen for just anybody. So for anybody watching this, don't just think
don't
these
try
guys give. Don't think these guys just give out media passes to just anybody. Eddie is somebody in the culture, and so some of us are also some sort of somebody in the culture.
I will say this.
So
I will say this.
We have
there's a reason why these guys are sitting here right now.
So you understand? So because I know, I mean, as a typical person, I'm gonna ask. So that media pass is the one that can make me get anywhere. How do I get that pass?
No.
Then you're asking for things that you shouldn't be asking for.
No, trust me. And to get to the ear of the one person who I knew superseded everyone, was not easy. And I know, and I say that now because on the day I realized how not easy it was.
Exactly.
To get access to it, you know?
Right.
Yeah, because, and I get it. Because, you know, when you're at that level, you know, it's very important just...
It honestly is. Yeah. But quick shout outs to Osmic for turning around every time somebody said, Osmic!
Yeah.
Osmic actually talks to everybody that talks to him.
That's true.
He may not spend time with you, but he will acknowledge you. Yeah, you know what I mean? So shout out to Osmic for that. Because,
even while he was psyching himself up to actually drive. And I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
You know, when he drove
You saw that?
I didn't see it. Here's the thing.
This guy showed it to me.
I was backstage.
Yeah.
Right?
Sorry, we're getting ahead of... But
sorry, guys.
Yeah, you'll get it.
You know... It's all the team thing and the reception thing plays to that because I'm backstage and he's giving instructions, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, he's probably catching up with everyone, trying to see how everything is going. So I'm like, I need to catch him for like 2 seconds just to say, yo, I'm good. Yeah. So I do, and he's like, yeah, no, cool. So now I think he's just there, like, oh, I've arrived.
Now
I'm here.
Yeah. The man is still working.
He's working.
Yeah.
And I only saw, I think this past week, like, oh, so...
Yeah.
He actually...
That was him. Yeah.
And then he...
Yeah. That was him that pulled up in the whip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
I had no idea. I was watching Keenan the whole time. And then Dot is like... So I'm like, what? And he's like, what? And the man is right there. I'm like, wait, when did this happen now?
The vintage
I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that's
these guys are really...
That was so cool.
Anyway,
cool.
And let's not go on. Let's not jump.
Because even that whole thing, I'll say this just one more line.
Yeah.
J Stash broke down the whole how he understood the symbolism of that, right? Oh, and just go to J Stash's page, Facebook page, follow him, and go through just his post. You'll see one that explains that
on his
that
page. That guy can type.
He really broke it down
before we run from that, I'm gonna need you to kind of just give us a brief whatever that he said about that.
All right,
Not now. When we talk about the performances. All right. Okay, so guys, we got into the venue, right?
Yes.
Yeah, everybody got into the venue. Everybody was cool. What was the first thing that you went and did? Like, what's the first thing? What did we do? Let's go. Okay, let's go.
I remember that Betty comes to town, right? It's my first time in Joburg. It's my first time attending back to the city. So I'm walking in and then I see this Brenda Fassie statue. Right. I'm like, that's my idol. That's Bongani Fassie's man. Like that's my picture. And I sit there like picture. And then while I'm doing the picture thing, I see Rin Tin Ting. Rin Tin Ting she's a podcaster, she's a content creator she's the one who was doing
shout out to Rin Tin Ting. We don't know you, but now we know you.
I will plug you. She's the one who was hosting. She was doing some when I saw some clips from the Hip Hop Summit. Yeah. She's the one who's doing.
She was moderating.
She was moderating. I love her. I discovered her through Touchline.
Okay, so you bumped into her?
Yeah, I bumped into her. So I was so happy. I'm like, she's like, dog, you're international. Now look at you. Blah blah blah. And from there we went in. I bumped into Rasta the painter.
Let's go.
He says his Kalanga. Kalanga. Yeah, he says he has Kalanga, what. Roots, and he has Kalanga roots. And he said he's coming to Boards. I don't know what date he said.
He did announce it actually.
Yeah. He's coming to Boards. That guy was struggling to pronounce Gaborone. No, nobody died.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, Josh.
Wow, dog.
I mean, I get it.
He graduated from that, guys.
I get it.
Okay.
He graduated from that.
I'm sure everybody understands why Dot is here.
So I bumped into last conversation. Like, I'm from Boards and everything. He struggled to pronounce one Gaborone. He says Gaborone, something along those lines, and then he doesn't know the name of the country. He's like, I'm coming. I'm going to meet the president of Gaborone. I'm like, there's no such thing as the president of Gaborone. It's Gaborone.
But you know what? It's fine.
And Gaborone is the capital. Gaborone is the capital city of Botswana. And also, speaking of which, like on that note, I realized that South Africans. I'm sorry, no offense, guys. I love you. It's all love, but like South Africans are so ignorant. Like they don't know anything about stuff from outside. They don't know stuff about from outside, but anyway,
I don't know if that's the word, but
I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
Like for better way, but they
are. We love you guys.
We're gonna break that.
I know. But we're trying to break into the market.
Yeah.
So don't take this to heart.
Yeah, that clueless.
Okay, keep going.
Oh
keep
my
going.
goodness,
Don't go.
clueless.
Okay, go past that now. Go past that. What else did you do?
But anyway, and then
Yeah,
I went to the Heineken item where they had the G-Wagon go was and I
Right,
understand
right.
you guys were not happy
No, we
about
ran away.
you guys were not happy
we'll
but
get to
yeah,
that.
I wrote
Mm.
I think manifesting, I'm gonna drive.
Let's go.
I'm gonna drive a G-Wagon one day. That was me manifesting
Your
it.
son, your future, your other son will
I
write on
went,
that thing when you
yes,
go tomorrow.
I went inside and I was like, I was so happy. Like I was just fascinated. Like I was like, it was like a kid at Disneyland.
That's
and I was
right.
like, oh my God,
That is the
felt.
perfect. That's the perfect
That's
analogy.
how it
Actually,
felt.
that's the
Yes,
feeling.
and
That's the
then
feeling right there.
That's
we
the
went out to like I did my rounds there, checked out some stalls, cool stalls, and then we went to the food court. No, before the food court, we went to the YFM Mikey. I think it's where they had the live bands and the new up and coming
artists.
Yes, we went to that side by the other stores, and I went and watched the guys doing the graffiti. Your guys, I really crave that for our local market, like just people being free and being given that platform to like, you know what, your art, do it, like paint our town beautiful. It doesn't have to be a thing of like I don't know if it's some sort of directive from like the powers that be like, okay,
let's not wait for Forbes 30
like let's not wait for things like Forbes 30
Forbes, we love you.
Yes, but like because like there's a lot of talent and like dudes want to express themselves, like we want to also contribute into making our town, like our city, beautiful. So like give them the platform. Like it was so beautiful. I even like when I did my item on like my part 1 vlog on TikTok, I said like it's so beautiful to actually like see that people in other countries, like they get to like Mary Fitzgerald, it's a mall, right?
Yeah.
They're given that mall to like it's a huge space that they were given to do that thing, and the graffiti guys like are on the pillars of that highway.
That's
and
right.
they're
Underneath.
doing they're doing like the graffiti. It was so beautiful. Like I wish for the same thing with home, and then
we have pillars now. So
yeah.
So
Trust it. I see you with that.
Yes.
Okay, Dot. What did you get up to? What's the so you walk in, right?
No, before you walk in.
Hey,
on the way to the event.
Uh-huh.
Okay, on the road there, I was like, in my head, I always have this thing, like, Dot, you are on the same level as AKA and Casper. When you rock there, man, don't just stand around the entrance.
Yeah, boy.
Just go in. It wasn't the case.
It wasn't the case.
You know what happened? Because we had our media passes, reserved and everything. Then we asked someone to go get them on our behalf. We were like, no, once we get to the event, we'll just give you a shout. Then we will come and scoop them. We got there. We're just by the entrance, man. We tried the phone. Phone wasn't going through, man. I was like, hey, can I tell these people I have a song with Gigi Man?
Do you know? Yeah, straight up.
I was just about to do that, man.
Yeah.
We're there. I think when we were like, 5 minutes by the entrance, that's when you came.
Yeah.
You were like, okay, no, I was with Canido inside. He's trying to,
Yo, I'll tell you. I spoke to Canido, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, no, I just sorted myself out. Maybe I can make a call.
Yeah.
He's like, nah. So what happened was, so this dude was supposed to collect our passes yesterday, but he asked somebody else to collect them.
And
so
I'm like, else somewhere has our passes.
I'm like, hey, now. So do you know who? He's like, we don't know. So we're trying to call this dude
to tell us
who actually collect. I'm like, hey.
It was a hustle, bro.
Yeah.
Hectic.
Yeah.
So we're there. That's when I saw you.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I'm here, man. Your superstar is here. What can we do? So the only thing that made me comfortable being by the entrance for that long was like, I could see a few superstars there, trying to make calls. I won't mention them. Trying to make moves.
Let's not put
it was hectic. Yeah, no, I won't mention them. Yeah. Then eventually yeah, we got our passes. You know, we got in. I think immediately we got in. We went straight. I think we gave you a call.
Yeah.
Chabi, is it Chavito?
Yeah,
one of us.
Yeah, I think Chavito.
But you guys left, the both of you that you go get them? I think, yeah.
We did.
No, I think we
did.
just, no, we just
Together?
got in.
No, you both left.
Now we
to
did
go
leave
get
at
them.
some point
Yeah.
together. I just
To
don't know if
attend
it was
to
to go.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
then
we got in.
We bumped
I think-
into them.
I do know when you went to get the passes, you went alone though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think when we got in, we bumped into Chavito.
Actually, yes,
Yeah.
I do remember saying when we heard that they were having issues, I was like, nah, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's
both
go
of
see
you
if we can go
left.
help.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, we bumped into Chavito. Then we started doing our thing. But some of the guys who were giving us a tough time by the entrance, man, saw us inside. Because they knew who we were and stuff like that.
It must be nice.
Gigi LeMay.
Come on, man.
I'm saying,
Yeah, I
come
have
on,
a
you know?
song, Gigi LeMay.
Because the thing about me is, everywhere I go, man,
Yeah.
I always try by all means to portray myself like a superstar, man.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I can
good.
get away with a lot of stuff. You know how we do?
Don't say
You know,
that.
Hip hop, man. No, I'm kidding, man. Just an icebreaker.
I feel you.
Yeah, so we got
South Africa,
there.
we love you.
Yeah. So we found our guys at the table.
Yeah.
Eddie, Banizas, the big homie, Nomadic,
Nomadic, peace, nomadic. What's going
and
on?
the other chap, man, the freestyle king, man. Nomadic.
Ted with the
Ted,
D.
Ted with the
Ted
D.
with
Yeah,
the D.
Ted with
Yo,
the
I
D.
remember when I landed, he was like, I'm Ted with the D. I was like, yeah, I'm Jay with the D. Yeah, then he started sparking the freestyle. I was like, nah, I'm not a
That's what
freestyle
you
king.
get.
Hey,
That's what you get.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
so we had a good time, man.
Yeah.
We just, everything was solid. We had our buckets full of, is it Heineken or Hennessy?
Juice.
Was it juice?
Was full of drinks.
It was
Yeah,
drinks.
Was full of drinks.
Hennessy back to the CD, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no. The
Yeah.
Hennessy was at the bottom of the bucket.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
Hennessy,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
So on top was the
On
The
top
Heineken.
bucket was full
Alright.
of drinks.
Okay.
The bucket
Yeah.
was full of drinks.
Juice. So yeah, it was
Drinks were
crazy.
nice.
Even the setup, man. Like, my favorite. I saw these the what do you call these, the freestyle ballers, man. The guys who do
Oh, the
tricks
soccer
with
Yeah,
ball.
balls,
yeah,
Soccer
yeah,
guys.
yeah,
Soccer
yeah.
guys.
You saw that?
That was crazy,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Because I remember I went to the count. Yeah, I went to the counter.
I missed all of that.
Funny enough,
Yeah,
they were
they were
actually
there.
in the food court.
Yeah.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, they were in the
Food
food
court, yeah.
court. Just like,
I feel like we
During
miss
the-
out on a lot of things, eh?
yeah.
There should be like a 2-day event, to be honest.
Yes.
I
It's
feel you.
perfect
I
to
feel you.
like it
I
will
feel
be
you.
it will
Like,
make
I
a
think-
perfect
Yeah,
sure.
because I remember I think I left them with the punchline or something. Because I was fresh from the counter, right?
Yeah.
I had my bucket full of Heineken and my change on my left hand. I went to them. I was just staring at them. I was like, yeah, these guys are very talented, man. So the other guy tried to holler at me. I didn't know what he was saying. Yeah, Sajibona, that's all I heard. Sajibona. What. He was like, yeah, bowling. What I said is, I'm a baller too. I showed him the guap. That's it. Then I left. But I could figure the guy
Difficult
couldn't
to
comprehend. I was
Yeah.
like, hey, maybe I'm too big for back to the city.
went-
man.
overhead.
Turn over his head.
In the words of Rev, too many overheads, man.
I don't know.
Too many
Oh my
overheads.
God.
Yo,
Okay, cool.
that's it,
man.
man.